Hey there, my beautiful friends. So I wanted to come on here and do a little bit of a video for you guys. As you can see, I am wearing my new glasses. I absolutely love them. They are a purplish color. They have like different colors on them, as you can see, maybe. The frames are really pretty. I really like them. So I've got new glasses. I'm all set in that regards. And I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a what is in my bag video for you guys, because I just figured it would be a fun video to do. So I am gonna go ahead and do that with you real quick. I have something I want to first do, organize something first, but I just finished at the doctor's office, and now I am about to go do other things, so I'm just in the parking lot at the moment while I go, and I plan to go and take care of some stuff, but first I wanted to show you guys my bag. First and foremost, I have my hat here. You guys have seen it before. In here, this little zipper pouch right here, I have some little trinkets, some earplugs, my special coins, and some meds for my stomach, for purposes. So I have those in there because I wear this hat almost all the time now, so that's why I have that in there. And then I want to do a car tour for you guys, but that's going to be in another video. Next we have, and I don't have my vision cane with me today, but we have my bag, which is my Pokemon bag, as you guys can see, and I have a bunch of little trinkets on here. So I have this, which has my special coins, my dinosaur, my little Fuggler, this girl, and then we have two other Fugglers here, and then on the other side we have my lion, my little star, this mushroom, this guy, sorry for the lighting, and then my little guy here. And then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do the side pockets, and then I'm going to do pockets from smallest to largest. So in the side pockets, on one side I always keep a water bottle or some sort of drink. Right now I have cherry Pepsi in here because that's the latest thing that I started drinking, and I barely have even started it, really, so let's just be honest. Next, on the other side, we have one of my power banks. This is the one that I use. I have multiple power banks, but that's the one that I have on me at the moment. I have some hand lotion because I really have dry hands, like super duper dry hands, so I have hand lotion. And then in the front pocket of my bag, I apologize for the angle, guys. I am trying to find a way to do this so that I can show you guys without overwhelming myself with having to hold it. I have my EpiPens, I have my inhaler, and then I have my Calm Carry. And I also have my Pinch Me Therapy Dough. I always have that on me for reasons. You guys have seen that I do carry that with me pretty much on a regular. So those are the things that are in that front smaller pocket. In the middle pocket, which is a little bit bigger, I have this in here, and this is a tinted clip. This is to help with my migraines. So it's basically this little clip that has a certain tint on it. They don't fit perfectly on my glasses, but they work well enough that they're not going to cause problems, and when I have a migraine I can just use them, so that way I can actually have both transition lenses and the tint for when I do have migraines and stuff. So that's actually really, really nice. So I keep that in there. I also keep my drawing pencils in here. You guys know I love to draw and color and all of the things. So I keep my drawing pencils with me. And I also keep this little bag that says Radiate Positivity. And this, originally I had that, the Wiggles one with me, but this, I changed it to this one. And in here, I basically have all of like my pens, my pencils, my eraser, my sharpener, just all of my stationery things for drawing, for journaling, for things of that sort. So I keep that in there. And then the last thing two last things that are in this little pouch. First off, we have the message in a bottle. These are little capsules that have positive messages in them. And then I keep my glasses case. So those are just some of the things that I like to have on me. Again, I have been working on trying to keep only the necessary items on me. And as you guys know, you've seen my vision cane. I usually have my vision cane, but when I left home this afternoon, when we left home, I totally forgot to get it with me because this morning I had a pretty serious medical thing happen and we had to cancel getting our sewer ejector pump fixed, which was supposed to happen today. Now it's happening tomorrow. And so, yes. So we had to take care of that, and so that's why I ended up having an emergency doctor's appointment, basically. And now in the big section of the bag, first off, I have this little Pikachu plush. I had him with me. Don't always have a plush in my bag, but I had him with me because I went to the doctor's office, and he was my travel buddy. Normally he lives in my car, so he usually doesn't stay in my bag, but I had him in my bag because, like I said, I went to the doctor's, so I just took him out of my bag. He's normally not in there. The next thing is I have this pouch, which is a Hello Kitty pouch, and in here I have these kind of things that you can build with and stuff. I always like to have different activities with me when I go anywhere because of anxiety, fidgeting. I like to fidget. I also have an entire thing in my car with fidgets and books and activities, but I have this with me for when I go out. Next, we have this pouch, which again, you guys have seen a bajillion times, I feel like. And in this pouch, I have basically my Switch, and it is my Melody themed. And my Switch, oh, I need to charge it when I get home. I basically have, on my Switch, basically, I have different games. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. So I have Burnout Paradise, I have Locomoto, I have the Bluey game, I have Spirit of the North, I have the Hello Kitty Cruisers, Little Friends, I have the Goat Simulator, I have Gator, the Little Gator game, and I have Mario Kart Deluxe on there. These are the games that I usually gravitate to. I will sometimes also download the game, other games like New Leaf. What is it called? Animal Crossing New Leaf. I also have that one sometimes. I have more games than that, but those are the ones that are currently like downloaded on my thing. The next thing that we have is I have this pouch, and in this pouch there is a zipper pocket in the front, and I don't have anything in that little zipper pocket generally, but in the actual pouch itself I have my 3 Warriors books, graphic novel version. So I have the first one, I have all 3 of them, so I have the first, the second, and the third ones. I still need to take the stickers off of them, but I have those in there. I like to read those. These are some of my comfort ones. You guys know that I also, or if I don't know if I've actually mentioned it on this channel, but I have, I always had a thing for graphic novels, and for the longest time, my comfort book was Calvin and Hobbes. I read the same Calvin and Hobbes pretty much for years and years and years. I still have the original Calvin and Hobbes book that I read. I also have a second one, a different version But I will show you guys that at some point. I find comfort in those kind of things, and so I do tend to use them a lot. The next thing that we have is this, which is my little journal. Well, it's not really little and stuff, but I have my journal, and in here we have these puzzle by number activity book kind of things. I keep these in there for this purpose. I just have them in here just in case. In here I also keep like my my things for like my therapy things. So all of that kind of just lives in my journal here. So I have that is in my bag. The other things that are in my bag, I have 3 different books here. I have my Bluey drawing book, my Bluey coloring book here, and then I have a Pokemon how to draw book in here as well. For a while I also kept my Pokemon cards in here, but I don't keep them currently in here. Now if I was traveling, my Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards would probably also be in my bag, because I do like to generally know where those are. Oftentimes they will actually come in the car with me, but then won't go in places. And then the last thing that I have is my sketchbook. So like I said, I have a lot of different things that I keep with me, and to a lot of people this might look kind of excessive in terms of the stuff that I have, but for me it does bring me a lot of comfort. It does make me feel good to have these things, and like I said, I obviously will also bring my card decks occasionally with me, like my Pokemon cards, my Magic the Gathering cards, and then I have actually a little pouch of cards that are the I'm blanking on the name, the Squishmallow cards. I also keep those sometimes with me. I think I've shown them before on this channel actually, but I usually also have those on me. I don't currently know where I've put them. I think they're at home. Generally they'll be in my car, but like I said, those kind of are things that will on and off travel with me depending on what I'm doing, where I'm going, how I'm feeling that day. Stuffies generally don't always travel with a stuffy, but because I had a doctor's appointment today that was rather scary, I brought a stuffy with me. I do keep stuffies and stuff in my car, and I will do a car tour as well, showing you guys what's in my car. As you guys noticed, I don't have any headphones in my bag because I generally have chosen headphones based on the day, based on my needs, based on the things. I do have headphones that I keep in the car. So I have headphones like these. I have my other 2 headphone types that I keep in my car. So I have these 2, the Topaz open ear and then the Raycon earbuds. I do generally keep those in the car, and I will generally also have at least one of them with me at all times, because I heavily rely on music and podcasts and audiobooks and all of that. I generally heavily rely on all that stuff to be able to function, to be able to be okay, to be able to get through the day. I usually also will have my iPad with me because I use it as a communication device, but because today I figured that I wasn't going to be out super long, and also because I had such a hard time this morning. There are just little things that I absolutely did not think to bring, and my iPad is at home charging, but my iPad is generally with me no matter where I go. So that's another thing that you oftentimes will see me usually carrying. I need to get a new shoulder strap for my iPad so that I can carry it crossbody, because I don't know where the other one is. I used to have one, but it is somewhere, and I genuinely don't know where that is right now. I do have a communication app on my phone that I can use in emergency cases in case I don't have my iPad, but I do generally like to have my iPad on me. I don't know what is with this lighting, but hello. So that is kind of kind of what we're going with at the moment. Like I said, I am really kind of dealing with a lot of health things right now. So my ability to function is not at its greatest at the moment, and I apologize for that. I apologize that I also haven't uploaded any real videos, like talking about some of the things that I want to talk about. I know I said I'd do a part 2 to one of my videos, never got around to that. I said I'd do comfort item videos. I haven't gotten around to it. I have literally been filming as I can and as I am able to with everything that's been going on health-wise and all of this other stuff, glasses, all of whatever, everything. I've just had a really, really hard time, and I've been doing my best to reset, recenter, refocus, do what I can, manage the best that I can, and not get super duper overwhelmed by everything that I have to worry about. So I think my next goal for today is I'm probably going to actually stop at Target real quick, go to the bathroom, and then depending, I might actually head home because it is about 5 p.m. I've been out for a couple hours now, so I might just head home. We are getting our pump fixed tomorrow, the sewer ejector pump fixed tomorrow. We were supposed to do that today, but with my health crisis this morning, we had to abort that idea. So one more day, and hopefully it'll be fixed tomorrow. But tomorrow we're also doing board games with some friends. Sunday we're doing D&D and potentially doing the cats. We'll see how that works out. And then next week I am going to go to my day program, doing an actual like tour of the day program that I'm going to be starting, and everything. So I'm excited for all that. But I'm so grateful for my new glasses. I'm so grateful for the tint thing for my migraines. I'm so thankful just to be here and to be able to have the independence that I do have and everything, to be able to drive as much as I can drive. Obviously very limited because of issues. Like, I really don't go outside of going to my doctor's appointments or going to get groceries like near my house, which I'm about 10 minutes from home right now. So like, besides that, I really don't drive. Other than that, most of the time my husband does the driving, and if he usually is with me, like if he can go with me, he usually does. Like earlier we went to go get some food, he actually went with me. So I don't drive unless I have to. We got my husband's car back because actually his car randomly stopped working the other day when we were at the thrift store. We went into this thrift store near us, and then when we went to go leave, the car wouldn't start. We don't actually know what happened. They ran the car after it's been sitting for 24 hours or so. They ran the car, it ran just fine. They think what happened is maybe some condensation or something got into the fuel and caused the car to have a complete like meltdown about it or something, but it's working now. He has his car, so we're back to 2 cars again. I'm hoping there are no more issues to come up, because literally we really financially we're not in a great place for the month, but we are managing the best we can. I am trying to really limit buying things to only when absolutely necessary. So I haven't really been purchasing anything really. The only purchase I've really made has been food, paying for medical things, and going and doing the thing for I bought a blanket at the thrift store, very cheap. It's literally a giant blanket. It's in the back of my car. You guys will see it when I do. Actually, I can show you guys back there, that blanket right there, that lives in my car now. So besides that, I haven't really purchased anything else really, because I've been really trying to work on finances and spending, and I do struggle with it somewhat because of my own disabilities and things like that, but that's a different story. But anyway, I love you guys. As always, remember, if you're going through it, you'll get through it, and remember who you are. And I hope to be able to catch up with you guys again more regularly once everything settles down. I don't know how my health is going to be, but I am going to try really, really hard to give you guys a more in-depth update about my doctor's appointment today, later on. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.